it's me Jessica and welcome to another video on my channel. So today I'm going to be doing something very exciting. I am going to be baking some French macarons or French macarons. I don't have a French accent, so you know I can't say it that way. Macarons, 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 macaroon, macarons. Moving on, I'm going to be making some French macarons today and I am actually like super excited. And I have made French macarons a ton of times before, but I've only gotten it correct once, so I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to get this correct, but if this is a fail, I apologize. So here I have my macarons recipe, and the first thing that it calls for are 3 egg whites, so I'm going to go ahead and take 3 eggs and I'm going to separate the egg whites from the egg yolks. So here I have the egg yolks and the egg whites separated, and I'm going to go ahead and put the egg yolks aside. Next we need 1/4 cup of white sugar, which is also 50 grams. So next, the recipe calls for 2 cups of confectionate sugar, which is also powdered sugar, and that is also 200 grams. Now I'm going to go ahead and measure out 1 cup of almond flour, which is also 120 grams.
Now go say
So I went ahead and sifted 1 cup of almond flour, which is also 120 grams. You will also need some cream of tartar and a pinch of salt, but I'm not going to measure those out because it's kind of just like a pinch. And if you don't have a stand mixer, you can do this by hand, but I just think it's a bit easier if you use the stand mixer because you are going to be beating the eggs for a long time. But if you do want that arm workout, go ahead and go for it. But I'm lazy, so. So the first thing that you need to do is go ahead and beat your egg whites in the mixer, and you're going to beat the egg whites until they are foamy, and then when they are foamy, you're going to go ahead and add a pinch of salt. So my eggs are very foamy now, so I'm going to go ahead and add a pinch of salt. I'm going to go ahead and add 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. So as you can see, the egg whites are already very fluffy and are only at soft peaks right now, so I want them to go to stiff peaks, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep mixing until I achieve the stiff peaks. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, but I totally forgot that we're making chocolate macarons, and I totally forgot to add the cocoa powder. So here I have 3 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. So my egg whites are at stiff peaks, so I'm going to go ahead and add my dry ingredients. Go ahead and just add your dry ingredients. I like to add half of each mixture. So I'm adding half of my sugar, half of my almond flour, and half of my cocoa powder. I'm sorry about this really bad angle, but you just want to go around the edges like so, and then you want to press it down, and you just want to keep repeating this about 65 to 70 times, or when you think the batter is right. And you know the batter is right when it feels like a chocolate lava consistency, and I will be back when I have the right consistency. So this is the consistency you want, where it kind of just like barely drifts off the spoon and it folds into ribbons. So now you just want to get a pastry bag. I'm also going to be using a Wilton 1A tip. Now you just want to go ahead and fill your piping bag with the macaron batter. So I got all the macaron batter in here. And now you want to get a baking pan. And here I just had a giant baking pan. And here I'm going to be using parchment paper. So now I'm going to go ahead and pipe some macaron shells onto here. Oh, they look like cute little piles of poop. That is so adorable. And disgusting. I don't even know why I just said that. So you just want to go ahead and take your tray of macarons and you just want to bang it on the table to get rid of any air bubbles. So now you just want to go ahead and let your macarons sit for about 30 minutes to an hour, or when you can touch them and there is no residue on your hands. So while you're waiting, it would be a good time to preheat your oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So I will be back in about 30 minutes to an hour. Hey guys, okay, so I'm back and it's been about 30 minutes or so, and when I touch my macaron shells, there is no residue on my finger, so these are ready to go into the oven. And my oven is already preheated, and it's preheated to 300. So you're going to go ahead and bake these for about 20 minutes or until you can see that they look finished. So for the chocolate ganache filling, all you're going to be needing is heavy whipping cream and some semi-sweet chocolate chips. So you're just going to go ahead and boil some heavy whipping cream. Let me just bring you guys along. I'm going to go ahead and show you. Try to get the right angle here. So now I'm just going to pour the heated heavy whipping cream over the chocolate chips. Now I'm just going to mix it, and this should eventually melt the chocolate. Here is what the ganache looks like. And oh my gosh, it looks so good. I'm going to go ahead and let that sit. So I just took the macarons out of the oven and they're cracked. So this is a fail, but what can we do? I did undermix it, but I'm still going to use them because they're still very edible. So I'm going to let these cool, and I'm still going to let my ganache cool. So I will be back in another 30 minutes or so. It's been a really long time. I'm going to say about 2 hours or so. And I have kept the ganache in the fridge, and it is pretty much solid. So to sandwich the macarons, you just take one of the cookies and you just take some of the ganache and you just go ahead and put it on here. And I'm just using a mini offset spatula, but you could use like just a butter knife or something. And then you just take another cookie. So I'm going to go ahead and keep frosting the rest of the macarons. So this is what they look like. They kind of look like chocolate. They still look pretty good to me. They just don't really look like chocolate macarons. Another fail to add to my fail list. Yeah, and if you have any other video requests, you can go ahead and leave them down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you, and bye! Oh, there's like macaron batter under my nail.